totally got to edit this stuff out. Okay, let's see. Let's go to events. So, a little problem with the events page. Let me get this sorted now. Oh, is it actually doing it now? Just don't know. So weird. One watching now. Ah, I see. That is me. Okay. Well, what a great way to just start this slowly intro. Okay. Well, I guess I'll fix all the meta tagging later. Let's just go through this really quickly. A couple of things I want to note. Looking at readit.com, my daily dose of conversations on there. I got Narizang. Had a copyright question. The game has been following the consumable power-ups similar to Mario and Dota LL power-ups. Mushroom that lets the player grow bigger through not a platform. And we're just going to click that off. And so basically I'm looking at this because it's a copyright issue. And I came up with this. I had the same concern because I'll just say it right now. I'm, making a game that's kind of like Reigns. And the thing about it is Cinnabon says the same thing that is kind of the problem is how was it Cinnabon? No, it is Sirloth. Basically says the same thing. Like game mechanics cannot be copyrighted, but how the community will react to it is a different story though. It depends on whether it's a sort of parody item or not. So I guess the other factor is, well, parody would be fair mention and fair use. That's a different thing altogether. But the thing is that will the community see it as a clone? Will it be okay that it's a clone, or will you get negative comments that you basically have made a clone? So that's one of the things I just wanted to kind of talk about with this little post, why it caught my attention. There's another one. Not so much the Nintendo Switch, although there's something about Nintendo Switch which it's they're going to be limited release, and that's a good segue about limited release in relationship to this. Roaring Skies reprint just ruined Pokemon's credibility, 100% destroyed. So interestingly enough, man, I used to work in a comic shop. We talk about Pokemon the game and people spending a lot of money on Charizard, and this is like more than 10 years ago. And lo and behold, I don't know why I would think it just stopped, but yeah, there are people still trading those cards at high volume. And connecting this back to the Nintendo Switch is that you have this idea of limited release. Even the repackaging of the Nintendo, right? The NES is this limited release, and then what happens is as the demand gets higher, then they will make more systems, and then they'll sell more. And to be fair, you got to think about the Wii U sales weren't very high, and they didn't do a limited release as far as I know. And that's one of the reasons why there's so many Wii U's out there. So I kind of get the idea of false scarcity. I don't know what they do in their second phase of releasing, but how this kind of ties back to Pokemon, which is Wizards of the Coast, is there was the same scarcity where Pokemon and Wizards of the Coast both said they were not basically going to re-release cards that players use and love. And these cards in rarity, not just in gameplay use, went up in value. Same type of scarcity. But now that they've reprinted this stuff, the whole collectible part of the card game is in question as far as value and worth. And again, I've seen this happen before 10 years ago, so it's funny that this is still a big thing like 10 years later. And I just wanted to kind of note that. And then one more thing out of the daily discussions, something about immersions. It's interesting because I was talking about national parks and backgrounds, and this is something even though I might not be doing something like Skyrim or GTA, is figuring out the background and how will that help the player immersion. Because even in a card game, there is a type of immersion in the world of what's going on through the interface of the cards. So those are three things I thought were cool on Reddit. Moving on. I've gotten registered for the Seoul Game Jam Mini Labs. I'm excited about this. There's the old burning wood. This is gonna be cool. Like I said in the first video, I guess. I don't know if I did or not, but I did the game. This is probably the only real successful game jam I did last year, and it just launched everything. I just really had a really good year of prototyping and failing and learning a lot about programming and so forth and so on. So, and then the last thing on things to note is Bit People's coming out. I'm looking for people to play. Whoever is watching this, well, it's always one random person. Thank you, random person. And the only thing I have a little gripe is it said it's coming out today. It's not. It's ready today. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm definitely down for playing this game. I really love all the stuff that Behemoth has done. Aside from Alien Hominid, that Alien Hominid is really hard, but this is a really cool time killer, I think, and there's a lot you can learn in design going long term with their games. I still play Castle Crasher with my nieces, so I think that covers everything. Let's kind of reboot where we're at as I tune in Construct 2. I found the solution actually, and I'm doing my best to try not to over dev. One of the things I want to do with this is I want to make sure I can sustain this by just developing a little bit. So I've set my alarm to 2:30 a.m. because I definitely want to sleep tonight. Okay, that's the thing with that. Now, as I'm loading up my construct, that should not be open. Close that. It's gonna take up RAM. We don't need it to take RAM. File. We're gonna go to the card game. Also, a couple of the changes I made, and this is cool because again, if no one's watching this, I am. This may sound narcissistic, but it's good to hear myself because this is like a developer blog or journal, and then I can know exactly where I was at the night before. So anyway, I was kind of toying with the card systems, and I got it to work yesterday. I had to fix these values left and right because the array was just kind of messed up. And what I did figure out is I got rid of I'm still debating about the churn number. So two things I figured out on my development document, which is, let me show you my development document. That's my development document. It's really just a bunch of scribbles at this point. As you can see, yay, developer document. Greatest thing in the world. Yeah, right? Okay. Well, anyway, I figured out that there's two systems that are going on. And the two systems basically are, you have set cards which are going to be like certain events. And that's what we're doing with the tutorial. The tutorial is a certain set of numbered events. But then you're going to have random cards in decks. And so what then happens with these random cards in this deck is they can affect or trigger the special set of cards. And that's this kind of how it goes back and forth. So the idea is like, you get these random events and you just don't know how they affect the main quest lines, if you would. And another thing that I thought was kind of cool was I thought about this as maybe just keeping it to going out maybe one night, maybe maximum of two the first kind of round, and it's like a quest. And I don't want it to be necessarily linear because I want the random cards, and that's where I'll be programming the functions for. But that's it. Anyway, let's see if I found that I still have that solution here. Okay, wait 4 seconds, which is not going to help. So here it was. I'm going to get rid of the call function. That doesn't help. I'm just going to delete that. We don't need a function right now. But the very top, I have this thing where it's set signal. I'll zoom in a little closer. And set signal is the key. So in construct, if you want to make something where you're not trying to just do the wait like I did before, where it was cool, I had it 4 seconds, but then that meant that the player had to read that fast. And I want to make it where it's a churn, like they have control on how fast they read. So I have signal is next. So I go down here and I set off the signal right here and wait for signal next. And once that happens, then the card 4 or it sets the group card 4 dad 2 active, and then that triggers the next set of decisions in a binary tree of decision making. Okay, now this is cool. This is why this works. It's on a tap gesture, so you can tap anywhere and it's gonna just set off, which is, I'm excited about that. I was last night, but I had to get to bed. Okay, alarm set. Good, because I don't want to overdev again. Overdev. Too much of anything is bad. Okay, now we got that all set. The thing I want to try to do is finish the cards. Oh, also, anything I'm changing on the main controls? No, it doesn't look like I've changed anything in the main controls except for add churn. And let's see where the game's at currently. I'll click this right now. I won't go to full debug. Also, I got to note this. I have to check if I'm optimizing the game enough, because I am having some load issues and I don't know why. Alright, so remember your oh, whoa, what are you doing? Okay, let's see if it's not broken. Hey, where are you going out? Yeah, okay, just be careful. Click. Remember your training. Again, that's because the thing is the signal has been set to a click instead of versus time. Now here was the solution, which was awesome. I got off of here, and bam, there you go. So I'm giving credit where credit's due. All right, Koda had shown how to do this, and I did the same thing. Now here he does it with dialogue and the very end signal next, and that's awesome. I love Construct. I love the Construct 2 community. If you go on this website here and you're a used Construct 2 fan, he's also got a ton of different versions of the system, except I couldn't get the plugins to work. And that's just a small gripe with Construct 2 is if someone makes a plugin or uses a plugin and they update the Construct, there will be a disconnect from the plugin and Construct 2. This is something they're trying to solve with Construct 3, but this is not Construct 3. We're still on Construct 2. Okay, so now let's click off all this other stuff. I'm gonna miss you, bit people. Hopefully that you're up and running by the time I finish this, even though I'm gonna get some sleep because I've got to do parenting stuff in the mornings. Wow, that lag is so interesting. Anyway, well, not lag. I guess it's just like a load time. I don't know I'll have to find the right term for that. Anyway, so now that we got this all working, I definitely want to finish the tutorial. Oh, another thing I also did, interestingly enough, my clip art studio wasn't working, so I used Kitra, and I did make a spray image. I want to get the cards done tonight. That's my goal. Next 40 minutes. Or less than 40 minutes. I definitely want to get the cards going. So let's zoom out. Dad card 1. I like that one. Nope, wrong place. Should I hide this? Yeah, I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna save, because I never ended up using these things. Will I delete them later? Probably, but right now I'm just having there just in case. Functions I'm gonna have there just as a reminder, even though it's not doing anything right now. But I will need the functions again for the random cards, and trying to figure all this out. Oh, speaking of which, I am going to make a master group and see if this will start to work. So again, something else I was thinking about last night was that, and this is why again I'm bringing up the collectible card games. I'm thinking of these like as booster sets, right? You have a core set of cards that does something, and there are these boosters on top of that. And so what's going on here, I'll be like, boosters in collectible card games change the gameplay, adds also story and lore, but in this case it's like going to be changing the gameplay. As I'm going to basically have these groups going on and off in order to trigger endings and stuff that you can actually get to in the game. Now I'm trying to keep the scope as small and as I can, so I hope that I don't go too far into something I just can't make, and that's totally possible. I think there's like multiple terms for that in sayings, like biting more than off than you can chew. But again, like in 3 months I do want to have like ideally Valentine's Day, but in 3 months I'm going to have a playable game. Now I'm going to get another group, add group. And then we'll just call this tutorial. Or toot set. I don't know. Toot card set. Because I'm lazy. I know. As long as I say toot for everything, it should be fine. And I'm tired, so I can't do card set. So I'm just going to, okay, active on start. And then basically, I'm just going to grab all this just stuff. X. And just put it right here. And then I'm going to, really? Huh. I was hoping it would. Arr. Okay, there you go. Get under there. Get under there. Get under there. Oh no, it didn't just. Oh, see, that's why some people hate module-based coding. There you. Okay, so we know it's there. Okay, great. So can I do this and then? Just gonna grab all the. I hope there's only. Oh, there's only 4 cards. Okay, and what's so again? Even though it's a little bit annoying. Fantastic. Okay, so horrible, 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 horrible. Where the heck is card 1? Unless there was no card 1. Ah, dead card 2. Okay, so I'll move this one right here. Oh, no, 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 don't. Ooh. Okay, now I gotta check that there's no hidden cards now. Okay, and again, if you consider events, you kind of want to have these in order because they're gonna go in order. And I hope I didn't mess up any of the cards. Totally messed up the cards, didn't I? Set value to 1, so there's no card 0. Interesting. Transitions, nothing in transitions. Oh, I get it, because the first one is 0. So again, oh, this is going to be such a pain because that then has to go in the group. So that all has to go in the group. Okay. And then card 4, nope. We want to close that. Close it. Okay, close it. Okay, so this is totally ass backwards, for lack of a better term. Card number 1 just gets there. Card number 2, where's card 2? Card 3. Card 3, go. Go. You just, there you go. And then card 4. Again, this is just on the whole thing that the events are basically, it like, you know, loads it all in order. So that's why I'm kind of doing this. And I know that this isn't active right now. So we'll deal with that right now. Because now I'm dealing with like, this is inactive, but this is active. We'll see if we can fix that later too. And the thing is that if this is the way it works, then the initial setup, all this stuff should be down and lowered. Okay, and again, yeah, once I start getting these groups done, once I start getting these groups done, it will be pretty cool to just like kind of copy and paste and plug in the way construct was meant to be used. Blank sub event, come on. Yeah, because I just want to. Oh, you. Okay, because I'm gonna have to go here. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, you just don't stop, do you? Yeah, just don't. Yeah, this is copy paste is so much easier than trying to drag it. I'm gonna say that right now. I also want to note that I've been drinking a little, just some wine, which was nice. It was a gift. Okay, let's see. Card 1, 2, card 2. Okay. Can then get this. Pop that there. Set value to card. The other thing too is that I'm gonna try to figure out like the array system as well, because this is gonna be ideally getting out of hand. Because that's gonna be a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm okay with it, but at the same time, stop. Like I don't know how I'm gonna manage all of it. So this is kind of just going with the wind here, if you would. Okay. Again, note this isn't in its own card set because, or it's not in its own group because basically, it's the start of everything, right? So there's zeros, card 1. Okay, how are you going out? We have an add to your health. Add to zero, add to zero. Emotions. Okay, all this stuff is clear. Great. Card 3, card 4, card 5. Alright, now, okay. We can't get to card 2. Or let's standardize everything. Because this one has a weight still. Alright, we don't want weight. Cancel. Delete that. And we're going to put next to this. Okay, and then that sets the group active. When this group is active, card, card. Let's see, this is what I mean. Just change one thing. Gotta make sure you change it all everywhere. Card do dead. Okay, so once that comes, it sets to 0, which is a reset we want. Okay, and then trigger once. Remember your training. All that stuff is good. Add 52 emotions. We already had the 50 emotions here. We don't want 2 bonuses, so there's nothing here. Okay, and then upon the click, it says remember your training. And now we're moving to the next card, which again, see, and this is where this gets tricky, because even though I'm going to like grab all this whole group and copy and paste it, that may not necessarily be the best thing. Card 5. Hold on. Card 5. Okay, so then I delete this group. And I'm going to call this card 5. Edit. Which then again, I've got to check all the variables still. But it should save me time. Card 5, yes 2. Is it still yes 2? Yeah. Oh, it changed it automatic. Okay, so yes 2. What the heck, dude? What the heck? Okay, hold on. Card 5. I see. Okay, hold on. Why? Yeah, oopsie. You're making mistakes. Control Z. See, I'm lost in time. Okay. Alright, card 3, yes. Everything is good there. Card 5 is here. Okay, I'm just going to say screw this. I'm just going to say screw it. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, now everything is there. Okay. Then we're going to rename this. Where the heck is the rename? Edit. And what are we going to say? This is card number 2. Good. Except it's card 5. Okay, and then card 5, yes 2. Let's then change this also to card 5, yes 2. Oh, value at. Oh, no. So it should be the 4th one. So, is it 4th one or is it 5th one? Hold on. 4, 2, card 2. Yeah, so it's 1. Okay, so again, in the array, it's 1 number less than the actual card number. I guess that's why, because we started on 0. Yeah, so card 4 is to 5. And this is the thing that was tripping me up before. I kept forgetting to do this. It's not second nature yet. At least in this template I'm making. Can you make an engine within an engine like Inception? I don't think you can. And it's 5. We're gonna make this 0. Okay. And then we guys gotta get this to work. Turn numbers. Change the turn number to 2. Or, see, this is where things got really, really weird before. Let's say I changed it to 2. But then, how does our turn number change? That's the other thing I should see. Okay, on click, add 1. When it's overlapping those two, it should change. So this could be then, make this turn 2. We'll see if it works. Save, play, and hopefully it does. All right. Wink. Okay, just be careful. Click. Remember your training, and no, didn't do it. Why didn't do it? See. All right, let's go to debug mode. We can find out maybe more that way. I'm gonna grab this thing and okay. Remember your training. Remember, don't worry, and then click. So we turn 2. Turn number is 2. Yeah, it's not. So it's kind of fickle. Okay, turn number 2. Is that where I want it? Card number 1 set out to there. Let's see. How does this one work? Yeah, when turn number is equal to 1, set grid to 2. I guess the other question is. No, because this is keeping it where it's like within the turn limit. You can't go back in time. So that means, but this is turn number 2, and it's like yes is equal to 2. So it should just go to that yes. And card 4. I mean, that's the other thing. Let's check the array. Card 4, card 3, card 2. Yeah, and this is set value to 1. So this all should be good. Let's check it. Tutorial cards. Oh, I did want to put a default button. I put that on some of the things I wanted to do, but if I don't get to it tonight, I won't. That way you don't have to keep reloading it outside the screen. I could actually reload it in the game. Well, card 1 doesn't happen. It's fine. Card 4, card 3. But yeah, it's just not signaling it. It's not signaling card 2. So I wonder if I should deactivate cards with a transition, and if that would work. So let's say group, set group, deactivate, and we'll say it is card 3. Right? Okay, yes 1. See if that works. Okay, and we'll say deactivate. Set group. Yes 1. I wonder if that works. I wonder if that's just the answer right there. Okay, so. Okay, just be careful. Remember your training, and now it's still. Oh yeah, I gotta fix the spelling on remember your training. Yeah, this is still. I hate getting stuck again. Let's see. I knew this was gonna happen yesterday. So we got the trigger once. We know that's working. We have the churn number as a count here, but maybe instead of it being a hard value, we'll have it greater or equal to, well, equal or less than to. See, this is where it's got to be equal to. We've done this before because if you change it to the other things, then if there's one mistake, or not one mistake, it's basically that if you go with, say, 2 and less than, it's every number 2 and less than, so then it gets stuck. I don't want to get stuck like that. We tried turning off the group. I don't know if that's the best idea. It could be not even necessary. I don't want to do unnecessary things. We could try it without the churn numbers, but see, that's why you need the churn numbers, because when you have yes or no equal to 2, it's always a situation here, because then you don't want this to be confused with the other one. So the churn numbers was like the best solution I could think of. Oh, that could be another thing. We could compare the. No, because that turns on the values. I guess you could do it where it's. the last value set. That could be one way to do it. So let's see if that will work. What if I take one of these and I add a caveat of this simple caveat? I actually just put the last card in there that needs to trigger this. And make this card 4. Done. And let's see if that works. So again, value at 3, 4. Okay. Let's see if that works. Okay, so bam. Okay, just be careful. Remember training, and then nope, still not doing its thing. So I thought that would no. Okay, save just in case. Save. So turn numbers doesn't work. I was so certain that turn numbers would work as the default value. Let's try this in debug again. Oh, and did I save? Guess I did. Okay. So 1, great. Click 2. And turn number is 2. Remember your training. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe that's what's going on. What if, no, okay, it should be, okay, just be careful. And what's this one? Okay, just be careful. We should change this too. He gives the daughter the yes. Then it's like, here's your pepper spray. Here's your here's your pepper spray. Here's your pepper spray. All right, okay, and then here's your pepper spray. Done. Okay. So it's the text that we should try to see. Set animation to 1. Is it 1 that we want it to set to? Or are we trying to do it by cards? So if that was 3, should I actually set the animation to 4 for card 4? No, 5 for card 5. Oh, it's just like checking everything. So done. And then in this case, this should be okay. Let's check our animation really quickly. 0, 1, and 2. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Say dad. 3, 4, and 5. So this should be 3, 4, and 5. X 3, 4, and 5. 3, and this is card 5, so this should be 5. Okay, and that's card 4. That should be 4. Well, should actually be 3 now. Save again. Just trying to get that relationship between the cards and the animations and the programming. I should be calling this sooner. Okay. Set animation frame to 2. Set animation to 2, and it's card 2. Okay, so this all works like it's working. All right. I wonder, I could also do it by the animation, comparing the animation frames. Okay, click. Oh. Yeah, something changed. Okay, hold on. Okay, just be careful. Remember your training. I just clicked it too fast. And then again, it's still not doing it. So I just usually have to set something here to set off what I want it to do. Trigger once. Let's see if it's in debug mode. Okay, let me check this right here. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the array itself and see what happens. Tutorial cards. All right, I go here. Bam. Card 3 is kicked off. That's yes. Okay, be careful. All right, I click this right here. Card 4 is revealed. That's fine. 3 is 4. Okay, and then I should get this. Nothing. Aside from the churn goes up. So variables are like so and so, such and such. Okay. This is where being tired doesn't help. Set animation to dad. Play from current frame. Stop animation. Set. It's fine. Because I have yes No is 2. I could maybe get it where it's just the churn number, but I don't think that's right either. I guess we could try it by card titles. Let's look at what we have for. So that's the other thing, is that by doing it by card number versus churn number, that might be better, and then I can keep like actual individual cards. Let's try that instead. We'll set these to certain thingamajigs. Set value to card 1. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, so, in all my unredoing things, I moved this out of the 2 card set. So that might bite me in the butt later on, but it's okay. I want to work on something else before I go back and do this. It's just good to note that that's back to that instead of what it should be in the tutorial card set. Okay, so I got the tutorial, set animation to dad, stop animation, set animation frame 2. Okay, let's try this. First we're gonna, well, it's saved already, so let's try this. We're gonna change it to card, next card? No, card number. And we're gonna say that this is card 2. Well, hold on. Does that work? Churn wouldn't work. No, 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 no. Hold on. This is where things get tricky. Card number. So you have to set the card to that number, and it's going to be in this place right here. So technically it would be the last card. I guess it would be. So then this would be then card number would be 0, or would, see this way, I'm referring to the array of the card number. I guess I'll continue to refer to the card number. So it would be card number, and we'll call it 1. Oh, okay, before I do stuff. Okay, we'll call it card number 1. And that means here we have to set the value to card number 1. Set value to card number 1. Okay, so right off the bat, it starts, you're set to card number 1 on start of layer. And all these situations will set card number 1. Okay, in this case, it's card number 1 is no. Oh, the power of Control Z is great unless you're really tired. Then the power of Control Z is really dangerous because you can just go back in time. I'm really making Doctor Who references, if anyone hasn't caught that, where it's all about this time sync and moving through time, space and time. Wait for signal next. Okay, that does that. And then what we have here is, we should set something else up where we set the next card number. So set value card number 2. So this is where it's interesting, because if you go on no, it could lead to things. If you go to the other one, it could lead to things. In this case, I think they're both the same value. Well, no, not necessarily. I guess I have to now look at the thing to tell me which card will be the next card. According to this is card 3, but yes, no, it's dad card 2. Oh, did you get rid of it? Okay, let's see. Card group. No, sorry. Set value to card number is card number. So it's basically 4, right? Because that's the number. Card 4, so it's 4. Okay, and then the thing that's cool is that if these are both going to lead to the same thing, I don't really need to change it. That should be the case. Save. Okay, and then 1, just be careful out there. Remember your training. And then finally, bam. No, nothing. Why won't it? Well, okay, the good news is that it's still doing the remember your training, but I just didn't really set that the way it could be to test it, because it's still working on the churn-based system here. Save, play, and okay. Oh wow, this is really move fast. Okay, let's see, main controls. I'm gonna hit this thing and just go debug. Okay, and nope, nothing. So let's see, global variables. Next card 0. Card number is now 4. But it still won't do anything, huh? It still won't. Well, maybe it did. Hold on. Remember your training. It should be something about your pepper spray. Here's your pepper spray. So it's not saying here's your pepper spray. Why not? We got card number 1. Card number 1. Turn number, because we still have turn number. So what happens is that sets the card number 1. Card number would be 5. Again, trying to keep some correlation between the variables. Okay, card number equals 5, so that means I have to change one of these. See, that's where, okay, so where does the card number change? Well, this is card number 4. Excuse me. So then this would be card 4 or card 5? Oh. No, the set has to be next up there. And then how do you get from here? Because it's neutral. Oh, man. We might have to do everything by decision trees. Okay, you're at this point. How do you get to say yes or no? I think sleep's calling me on this one. I think I'm gonna have to end it here. But I mean, again, it's good. We're getting closer here. We've at least got 4 active cards now out of 7. It's just now getting to figure out how to get the next one to load. Card number is 1. See, both of these are card 1. So they're coming back to like a main card before the choice happens. Card 4 starts that one. Oh, sorry. Then we're at card 5. I guess the quickest way to do this would be just to set this to card 5. And then we'll figure out what to do tomorrow. Okay, let's say card 5. Okay. I wonder if I just start doing that, if I even need the yes or no. I could just link to the cards themselves. That could be interesting. But then again, it's the same problem, like, how do you deal with the clicking? Like, how do you deal with it going to the next card number? I guess, I don't know. I don't know the way to figure this out. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, still not going to do it. I didn't think it would. So, the group is active. Set card number to 5, and card number is 5. Set value 4 to card 5. Oh. Animation dad to stop playing. Okay, yeah, I'm calling it. I'm way too tired. But you know what? Again, I've gotten somewhere further, and that's kind of the point why I'm doing this. I'm about 30 minutes into it, and I got 4 cards, and I'm gonna call it there, get some sleep, and figure out how to do the rest. Maybe tomorrow, if I have the time. All right, okay. You know, this again. I'm starting this again, new stream. Background's horrible, totally unprofessional, but at least I've got this. Hopefully, this is the phrase that will catch on. At least a reminder to myself, and that is, go out and game dev. So go out, game dev.